No? You lost money? How did you lose money at rodeo? Like you're like riding a bull and like you just shake out your pockets or something? I mean like, oh, you don't ride a bull? If you don't place, you lose. They make you pay to play? Well, that's not very. Whoa, nine. Golly, seems like a bad deal. So if you do win, like how much do you win?
Depends on how many people entered and how much money's at it. First place this weekend paid $2,000.
Huh.
And then we got another one Friday.
And it's fun. So, well, sorry you didn't win.
I'm coming here Friday, take that test. As soon as I get done taking that test, we're leaving.
Ah, I see. Oh, so what was your question? So yeah, if
Well, I don't have one without. Remember factoring completed square, where the square roots and the answer.
uh-huh.
Can you work just one of them out? That's the only thing
So you want completing the square. With square roots. Let's see here. So we'll work a few of those for you. Example 1. So we'll say factor x squared plus, I don't know, 100x minus 257. That's weird enough, isn't it? What's wrong with me? Why did I make this so ugly? Let's try that again. Minus, let's say just plus 37 there. All right. May not make it so ugly. So we complete the square. We take half of whatever's here, right? And we add it. So half of 100 is 50. So I do x plus 50. I square it, right? Then I have to subtract 50 squared to be fair, right? So minus 50 squared plus 37. Now the question then is, what is 50? Well, 50 squared, that's 2,500, right? So we got like x plus 50 quantity squared minus, let's see, 2,500 minus 37 is like 2463, I believe. So minus 2463. So unless I'm fantastically lucky, that will not be a square. Like 2463 is not some number squared, right? So like, so I have to use square roots basically. And so I go, all right, well, that's the square root of that squared. And so what I get is x plus 50 minus the square root of 2463. X plus 50 plus the square root of 2463. There you have it.
I was thinking so bad on that.
Ah. Here's another one. Let's do one where it's kind of unknowingly, like there's a 3 out front. So like 3x squared plus, say, I don't know, 10x and plus 1. So this one's annoying because I put a 3 out here, right? So completing the square gets a little bit uglier because we have to factor the 3 out. At least I have to. I start by factoring 3 out. So I get x squared plus 10/3 plus 1/3, right? Everything's going to have to happen inside these parentheses. Okay, so what's 1/2 of 10/3? Well, what's 1/2 of 10/3? 10 over 2 is what, 5, right? So 5/3. 5/3. So we do plus 3 times times parentheses x plus 5/3 squared. All right, now to be fair, I have to subtract the square of whatever goes here. So I have to subtract 5/3 squared, right? And here's the thing I do to make my life easier. I see where this calculation is going. When I square that, I'm going to have a ninth, right? So I convert the 1/3 to ninths at this stage to make my life easier in the steps that are coming after this. So I'm like, well, 1/3 is really 3/9, right? So like, yeah. And then like next step, so I got 5/3 squared. And let's see here, that's 25. 5 squared is 25. So like I got minus 25 plus 3, I got minus 22/9. Yeah, so like we can do square root of 22/9 squared, you know. What is this? This is, I mean, that's 22/9, right? But that's the square root of 22 squared over square root of 9. Anyway, let me get to the point here. My point to you is that this, well, man, square root of 22/9 is actually square root of 22 divided by 3. So like this one's a little bit prettier in the sense that we can do like this. This is 3 times x plus 5/3 squared minus the square root of 22 over 3 quantity squared. And then difference of squares. So there you have it. That would be that.
Yeah, I was just overthinking it.
Hmm.
And I wasn't hashing the 100 other. I didn't hash that.
Oh.
I kept it and then I was getting it wrong.
Yeah. Here, let's work an easier one. So example 3, you know, x squared plus 8x plus 7. So to complete the square, I take half of 8, which is 4, right? And so half of 8 is 4. Then I have to subtract 4 squared. I still have to add 7, yeah? Which is what? That's 16. What's 16 minus 16 plus is minus 9? So we got minus 9. But of course we could rewrite 9 as what? 3 squared, right? And so I have difference of squares. And so, you know, always go back to that you know, a squared minus b squared. So we keep using that over and over and over again, right? So this time, x plus 4 minus 3, x plus 4 plus 3. And we can clean that up a little bit. What is minus 4 plus 3? 4 minus 3 is 1, right? So what we have is we've got x plus 1 times what? X plus 7. Now, is that surprising? I would say no. That is not at all surprising. This problem we didn't need completing the square for. This problem we could have just straight factored. But I point this out because If for some reason you couldn't see that this just factors as, +1, +7, if you couldn't see that, you can always derive your way out of the hole with completing the square because it's an algorithm. I still owe you guys part 2 of the review, which is like basically on completing the square. So he had a question about completing the square, so I was starting with that. So that should be forthcoming. My computer, I had a problem, so I couldn't use my computer this weekend. So I just got it back because I had to buy a new adapter for it. I know it's very exciting, but so that's why you didn't have part 2 in the review yet. And it's not likely to happen today either because I got this poster to make for the research thing tomorrow. So I'm kind of swamped. But, do you have any questions about the review or? No? Well, that was going to be it for today, unless you guys have questions about it, questions for the review. So if there are no questions for the review, I would just urge you to use this time to go and sit and work out the review problems. Review sheet, that's what you need to be doing. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we should spend all of Wednesday talking about any problems you guys are stuck on the review. And I should have part 2 of the review out tomorrow. So, or maybe late tonight if I get my stuff together here. So, thanks, guys.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too.